What you're looking for is inside of you. The joy that you need in your life is inside of you. You have not been put on this earth without the tools that you need to get the most out of this life. This time that you have begins with you. Your understanding begins with you. Your use of the tools that you have been provided begins with you. You find yourself. You understand finally in your life that perhaps there is a self that I do not know. My thing is, take it in. Chill with it. People come to me, oh, I want to be happy. You want to be happy? Do you want to be happy? Do you want to be happy? You want to be happy? Get 8 hours of sleep. So, if you're not offering happiness, what are you offering? I'm offering peace. What? Happiness is peace is separate? No, peace can make you happy too. But so can 8 hours of sleep make you happy as well. But 8 hours of sleep can bring you happiness but not peace. And what I am offering is the peace that already is in you. Understand, see. Don't look at this world, don't look at your life. There's all these other criteria. They're not. There is no criteria. This is the stage you got. You got to work with it and dance the most magnificent dance you can. And dance every day of those 36,500 days. Dance from your heart. Dance because you're celebrating your existence. Celebrate being alive. People, oh, my birthday today. Only once a year? And what is the bad part of celebrating birthday every day? You would get really old really quick. But celebrate your existence every single day. Feel the life. Not your issues. This is real stuff. I'm faced with issues. What do you want? What do you want, Prem? Problems? Just because you have life doesn't mean you know how to live it. Because if you want to live your life, you need wisdom. You have to garner wisdom. Knowledge is great to acquire, but if you don't acquire wisdom, you will not be able to do what that knowledge can allow you to do. Simple example that I give is pilots know they have a checklist in the cockpit. Wisdom is to use it. So you gather knowledge, but you don't gather wisdom. If you don't gather the wisdom to use, to be wise, wow, my priorities. What are my priorities today? What do I want to live for? What is my focus? What should be my focus? I want every day to be in touch with who I truly am. Because when I get in touch with myself, I also get in touch with the divinity that exists inside of me. The simplicity that exists inside of me. The joy that exists inside of me. There is something within you that is constant, and there is something that is always changing. What is changing is in the outside. What is constant is on the inside. What do you want? On the outside, everything will change. Will you look the same? I wish I had a time-lapse camera right here. What does it all look like now? I started 9 years. I started talking about peace when I was 4. Started sitting on the stage and talking behind a microphone. Thousands of people. There was a time I was the youngest. Of course, in my family, I was the youngest. And pretty much wherever I went, I was the youngest. It's not like that anymore. These eyes have seen change. And this heart has experienced the timeless. And the changeable is fascinating. It's fascinating. The timeless is magnificent. The changeable boy, look, oh my God, did you see that person? You see that person? You see that person? And the heart opening the eyes and seeing. I also see the timeless in each one of you. That's the recognition. When you recognize the one in you, you recognize the one in each one. Because so it is. So it is. The way this world is, where greed can have so much power so quickly. And this world is being run by greed. Everywhere you look. Greed, 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 greed. If we human beings do not bring the formula of the human back in and replace greed, we're all doomed. The stakes are very high now, where we won't even have a planet to be on. We punish through our actions polar bears who have done us no wrong. We punish the penguins who have done us no wrong. The other day I saw somebody who had gone to Africa and shot a beautiful lion. And I was like, hey, you know what? If this guy really wants to go hunting, he should be allowed to. But without a gun. Even keel. It's not fair. The poor lion doesn't have a gun. He doesn't know how to use a gun. You do. And where is that little wisdom? The strong shall protect the weak. No. The stakes are much, much higher. The world is becoming slave to a device that it is still called a smartphone. It should not be called a smartphone, because the least amount of thing that thing does is phone. And it's not smart. There's nothing smart about it. All the people who you don't want to receive calls from call it. How can it be smart? So, make every step you take on this stage of life count. Make it count. You owe this to life. And one day, you will be rewarded with the most beautiful gift called clarity,
called gratitude, called understanding. And your life will never be the same again. Life is the stage. Play. Play this symphony. Play this dance every day. Your heart yearns for it.